Hello everybody, it's Joe here and welcome back to another episode of Train Simulator Classic. Today you're joining us on the fantastic Armstrong Powerhouse Enhanced Class 142. We're up at Morecambe, with Morecambe on the blinds. We need to actually change that to Leeds, don't we? We're driving a service through to Leeds today. Oh, hang on. Right, doors are shut. Right, off we go. I haven't actually set the train up at all. The year is 1989. Right, hang on, there we go. Right, get that on. Off we go. Full steam ahead. Right, is it one of those ones? Oh, hang on, DRA's on, for goodness sake. Yes, I have completely forgotten how to drive a train. Right, so this particular unit, it's in the lovely Cornwall skipper colours. And apparently it's recently transferred up north. Because it didn't last very long down south, did it? Because of the sort of... it was a bit difficult with the tight corners on the southern lines. Of course, we're using the older engine and the excuse me, and the older gearbox combination, so it does sound like a Leyland national bus. There we go, changed down, but obviously I've taken the throttle off there. So, due to a signal failure at Hess Bank, your train will call additionally at Lancaster, where it will then reverse. Probably also because it wouldn't be a very long scenario if it didn't do that. Yeah, it's won by Adam Haig. There's a link in the description where you can check that out. We're going to be calling at Bear Lane, Lancaster, and Carnforth. So, yeah, we'll be hurtling down the west coast and then hurtling back up the west coast. How's that? Right, full steam ahead. It's got a gorgeous old-fashioned interior here. Very, very nice indeed. I tell you, it does bring back some memories of working the 142s. Flipping heck. The bench seats that some of the sets never had changed. Absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, West Coast Main Line over Shap on this particular scenario today. Car, you can understand why they were re-engined and re-gearboxed, can't you? Flipping heck. They're not exactly what you'd call fast. It really does bring back memories, doesn't it, of the 142s up this neck of the woods. Right, come on, up to speed. I don't know how this is going to look. Oh, we've got a fixed distance there. Permanent distance signal. Lovely. And obviously we're coming up to Bear Lane. Is that this station? I mean, we're only half a mile away, aren't we? No, that's not Bear Lane. Must be further on down. I can see there's a yellow signal there anyway. Yes, it's very much not quick, this run, is it? Right, there we go. We'll have a nice little screenshot. You know the rules on this. Right, here we go. So what we'll do, we'll pop the lighting on there. We'll just coast. It's half a mile away, isn't it? It's do you know what? It's an alright little scenario, this, from what I can see. I've actually had to go and buy the Class 31. How did I never have the Class 31 on this? I bought the enhancement pack years ago, like when it came out as like a scenery train. But then I never actually did anything with it. I must have installed it, but yeah, I didn't have the original Dovetail Games Class 31. So I've loaded the scenario and it was like, oh, it's missing. It goes to show how often I play scenarios with the 31 in, doesn't it? So yeah, I've had to go and buy that. £11.99 for a train that I will probably never drive. It's ridiculous, isn't it? The things I do for you guys, I tell you. Excuse me. Honestly, don't think too much about the cough. I try and ignore it. I don't know if it's like a permanent feature of Joe now. That might just be it. You know, like some people have warts on the hands or like a sty on the left eye. I've just got a permanent cough now. Right, coming into Bear Lane before that gets too out of hand. A bit more braking, I think, because we do actually want to stop here. Yeah, 1989 is the year that we're currently in here. It's that was actually 7 years before I was born, which is a little bit, yeah, right. 7 years before I was born, and quite a few years before quite a few of you will have been born as well. I apologise to anyone in the audience today that actually remembers it well. I'm sure there'll be one or two, but yeah, it's see, I never knew the 142s with these engines and gearboxes. It's I didn't even know until this Armstrong Powerhouse pack that it was a thing. Never knew that. Never knew. I remember watching the trailer thinking, that does not sound anything like a 142. And with good reason, because, yeah, I've never known them sound like this. Right, off we go. Off we go. I don't know how this works with the 357 way of driving 142s. I don't know if you actually had to do that, or can we just bang it in full power? There we go. We open the window. Crack a window. There we go. Both sides. And we'll have bounce factor 3 out of 5. You can obviously edit that on the 142 pack. It literally just sounds like a bus, doesn't it? Brilliant. I love it. Oh, what's happening now? Don't tell me we've got wheel slip. Can't be having any of that. So I'm assuming that the left-hand single track here goes towards... That'll go towards Hess Bank, won't it? That'll be what joins on there. We'll just slow down a little bit so that we can stick at this 25. There we go. We're plodding round. We did have a single yellow, so I'm going to treat this next signal like a red. I mean, if you look at the timetable, we don't actually have to be anywhere, do we? You know, we've not got any timings to be places, so we'll just take it nice and steady. Listen to the flange. Wow. Brilliant. Oh, you can actually see the West Coast Main Line ahead. Fantastic. I don't know if maybe we'll be held for something fast coming past. I can't see the signal. There's a wiper in the way. Oh, it's a red. There we go. Right, we'll just cruise up to this then. Nice and steady. Obviously, we're going to go back over this section of track, aren't we? Because we're stopping at Carnforth. I am hoping that Lancaster performs itself. Because sometimes Lancaster, it can be a bit of a pain on this West Coast Main Line over Shap. Some of the platforms, regardless where you stop your train, it just doesn't register at all. Doesn't register. It's so annoying. Right, so Morecambe, Morecambe. We're just coming round from there. Obviously, we're turning right. So if you go left, that's northbound on the West Coast Main Line, and we'll be heading southbound into Lancaster, where we then change ends, and we'll head back past there. You'll see that in a little bit if you stick around. I mean, why wouldn't you stick around? Of course, you want to see what happens. We're not actually due into Lancaster until 34, so yeah, we could be here a few minutes. I wonder if it'll be southbound or northbound. What are we guessing, people? I'd say put your guesses in the comments, but obviously with this being not live, there'll be nowhere to tell if you've cheated or not. Again, I've been doing that quite a bit recently, haven't I? We should do a live stream. Oh, there we go. Look at that. So we've got a Class 90. Wow. BR Blue coaches as well. Oh, that is pretty spectacular. Do you know what? I really don't mind waiting for that. That is beautiful. Beautiful. You'll see it out that window as well. Oh, spectacular. I do like the 90s. I think they're a beautiful train. Absolutely beautiful. I guess now we just wait for the signal to come available. Just, you know, sit and twiddle your thumbs, talk amongst yourselves. I don't think there's many passengers on it, so no, it's a nice quiet service this one, so the guards sat doing nothing. Reading a book, probably, I'd say flicking through. Right, off we go. Full power. Obviously the revs take a while to build, don't they? There we go, and then obviously it's going to, yeah. I don't know if you just leave it in full power while it changes. There we go, right, and again. I love the, yeah, it just sounds like a bus, manual bus. I guess, are these a semi-automatic gearbox? I forget, to be honest with you. Oh, there we go, we'll just ease off. Obviously we're at 25 round here, so we'll yeah, keep going. And we're going to snake across, which is lovely. Right, full steam ahead. I reckon that this train will probably have cleared by the time we get to Lancaster. It'll have cleared this signal. Oh, no, that'll have cleared... Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Come on. Yeah, I mean, you can tell why they were re-engined and re-gearboxed, because they're not exactly quick, are they? I mean, you want a sort of stopping service, because it's not an intercity unit, this, is it? It never was. I mean, I know Northern occasionally use them on intercity services. But, right, hang on, what have we got? Should we cheat and zoom in? There we go, yellow. Right, full steam ahead. That's what we want. Let's just say, for sake of argument, I had no doubt that that 90 would have left us behind. I mean, I knew full well that was going to happen. No, we've lost a bit of time here. That's no good. Oh, red. Right, let's get some step 2 in, because we don't want to slide through it. Come on, stop. Are we waiting for something to come out of Lancaster, maybe? Or, maybe, that train's actually on our platform. Let's have a bit of full service, because I'm not convinced that we're going to stop at the flipping signal, which is not good. There we go. Oh, there we go. Of course. Always the way. Right, full steam ahead into the platform. This is like the slowest train in the world. I quite like this scenario remade, Adam. Modern day with pendolinos and 185s and things like that. You know, that'd be quite good, wouldn't it? And in a Northern Rail 142. That'd be fantastic. Maybe we could do it in the other direction. We could start at Cardiff, come down to Lancaster, and then round to Morecambe. That'd be pretty cool. Right, so 15 mile an hour. We're going over the Loon Viaduct here. Or we're going over the River Loon. Rightio, so a little bit more braking here, down to 15. Oh, we've caught up that time again. 14:34. Been spending an unfathomable amount of time in Lancaster recently. Yeah, it's not somewhere anyone sets out to really spend a lot of time, is it? But yeah, it just seems a bit odd. What have we got here? Is that an 86 coming northbound there? It certainly doesn't look like an 87. Yeah, it's an 86, is that, isn't it? This is where it's an 87 and you all laugh at me. It's an 86. Ah, you see, Joe knows his old locomotives. That's pretty cool going northbound there. I love that. Right, here we come. I don't... excuse me. I don't actually know which end of the platform I'm meant to stop. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just sort of... We'll go halfway. How's that? I mean, this is quite an old route now, so there's no stop boards. You know, it was before stop boards were invented. There we go. We'll sort of stop alongside this thing here. Here, watch. I'll put my back end on the magnet. Right, doors are open. So what we'll do, we'll take this out. There we go. Into full service. Take that off. Take the key out. There we go. Put the tail lights on. No, hang on. Put the tail lights on. There we go. Right, we're in Leeds. Well, we're going to Leeds. Right, okie dokie. We'll do the same again at the other end. Oh, hang on. There we go. Oh, key in first. Duh. There we go. Making some odd noises there. Right, we've got the DRA on. Headlights on. Have we got Leeds on the front? Yes, we do. Rightio. Excuse me, red signal. Yeah, can't, I mean, he's buzz. Do I need to, because this is going up, isn't it? Ah, there we go. There's the yellow. And we didn't need to tab. Do you know what? Magic Toad would be really proud of me for that. Come on, full steam ahead. Let's get up to 15. We'll get on our way. Right, so we're heading back up the west coast now. There we go. Right, okay. Beautiful. Right, up to 15. Again, I reckon our next signal will it'll be more than a yellow, surely. That 86 will be powering along, and it won't stop at Carnforth either. Obviously, coming off at Carnforth, it's diesel only, so we know that that's hurtling up the west coast, rather than doing anything that'll get in our way. So yeah, he should be gone by now. Oh, there we go. Right, we'll speed up to 20. And it reckons we can do 40 over these points. I certainly wouldn't want to, not in a 142 especially. Alright, come on. Over the viaduct. It's a very nice viaduct, actually. Oh, EPS 110. Because, of course, don't forget we had EPS back in the day. Back in the non-tilting days. Ah, lovely. All these modern buildings are they're very 1989, aren't they? Right, let's get that window open, because there's no air conditioning. It's flipping roasting in here. Right, full steam ahead. So we can't go too fast, can we? Because, let's face it, this next signal could still be a red. I mean, it's highly unlikely, but it could. Next stop, Carnforth, in just under 6 miles. I'm going to take a chance and keep it in full power. Wow, look, another 86 coming southbound here. Another rake of Mark 1s and Mark 2s on it. Wow. Give him a wave. Oh, it's a green, you see. That 86 has left us for dead, hasn't it? It's such an interesting rake of coaches, isn't it? Like, everything's very streamlined now, isn't it, when you think about it? Like, obviously, all the Pendolinos, they look the same. Alright, I think 2 of them have got slightly different variations of liveries, haven't they? You've got... But, like, when you think about the lash-ups, like the Mark 2s, the Mark 1s working together, the Mark 3s, things like that, it was such an interesting time, wasn't it, on the railways? Everything's very corporate and streamlined now, isn't it? You just don't get that same level of, oh my god, look at what that is coming in. I'll tell you what we're going to do as well. We're going to, see, that's going the wrong way now. I'm going to have a little, I think that was probably a terrible photo, but never mind. We're only doing 50, I love it. There we go, we'll have another, just in case it was terrible. Rightio, so green signal here with the feather on, so you're about to see that we're going past past Morecambe Junction. I don't know if it's called Morecambe Junction, but it's got a name. I think it probably is. Is it Morecambe South and then Hess Bank? I know it's Hess Bank Junction by Hess Bank Level Crossing. Should probably know it, to be honest with you. Oh, hang on, where are we? There we go, that's a lovely shot, isn't it? There we go, so we've come round there already. Now we're hurtling up the main road. The main line. I do remember I used to come up with my mum and dad and my grandparents, and we'd watch trains at Hess Bank. If you haven't done it, fantastic. The Pendolinos in particular come hurtling through at a right rate of knots. Yeah, I used to do that, and I'd always see the 144s, yeah, 142s and 144s coming round from your left-hand side here. So this is the triangle. Oh, give them a wave. Yeah, the men in orange, the Orange Army. You know, and I'd see them coming round here, and I'd think, where on earth are they going? Like, they go northbound with Leeds on, and I'd think, why does it have Leeds on? It's going the wrong way. Obviously, I didn't realise you could turn left at Carnforth. Go, coming round now for Hess Bank. I just realised as well that they have actually got a viaduct, like a crossing you can actually go over. It doesn't have it on this. Yes, it does, I can see it there. Just ignore what I've just said. Straight across, lovely. Coming up to Bolton-le Sands level crossing. This is actually a very interesting fact for you, although you probably know it. This particular section of track here is the only section of the West Coast Main Line that actually touches the West Coast. You know, it's actually on the coast, isn't it, around Morecambe Bay? Whereas the East Coast, obviously north of Newcastle, you spend a lot of time sort of on the, you can see the sea, can't you? Whereas on the West Coast, this is it. It sort of heads back inland now, doesn't it? Gets quite close near Carlisle. But yeah, you have to go around the Cumbrian coast. Obviously turning left at Carnforth, isn't it? Going towards Barrow. We've got the flashing yellows, people. That's the whistle board for Bolton Le Sands level crossing. I don't think we can actually get above 72 miles an hour. 72.4, that's as fast as we're getting. Oh, 72.5. It's a new land speed record. Should probably actually think about slowing down, to be honest with you. Nah, not yet. Plenty of time. We've got the 15 coming up, haven't we? That's obviously where we'll be turning off. I think in about a mile. Well, not in a mile, but when it gets to a mile away. Tell you what, this bridge, how's that? We'll bob it in a bit of step one. There we go. Till about 50, and then if we don't need a bit more braking by then, we'll ease off. I think we'll probably be fine, at that. Coming up to Carnforth South Junction here. Yeah, I think we need a little bit more braking, don't we? Obviously not taking into account any sort of slippy season, because these things do have a tendency to slip. Are you actually kidding? I bought that 31 enhancement pack and all it is a static train at the side, for goodness sake. You can tell the difference though, can't you, between the AP stuff. The visuals are so much better than the default 47. You know what, I'm surprised we've never had a 47 enhancement pack. I wonder why. Maybe the default model's not good enough for them to enhance. I have no idea. Quite like a 47 actually. And obviously from that they could do a 57 enhancement pack. Well, there's no 57, is there? I don't think on Train Sim. Is there? Is there not? I don't know. Might have been part of that Virgin Trains pack. I forget. I never actually bought that. I should have done, because obviously now it's not on sale. Rightio, coming off the West Coast main line now. That goes round to the right hand side. You can actually see. Is it another 86 coming? It looks like it. Not an 87 in sight. Oh, it's a freight one, look. It's Intercity branded. But with freight on the back. Look at that. Oh, there's not many of it. Right, hang on. Slow down to 10, because we do have 10 miles an hour. Wow, 10 miles an hour into Carnforth. That seems very slow. But then I guess the flange around here must be deafening. Anything faster than 10. Right, well, do you know what, everybody? That is where we're going to finish for today. I do hope you have enjoyed that. Obviously, sadly, we don't have the Bentham line through towards Skipton and Leeds. Sadly, that's not a thing that exists on Train Simulator, so yeah, we are going to have to finish today. I do hope you have enjoyed the video. It was a little bit of a shorter one, wasn't it? But I quite enjoyed the scenario. There's a link in the description if you want to go check out the scenario. It's certainly worth doing. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please do click the like button. It's always appreciated. And if you haven't already, do consider subscribing so that you never miss out on any future episodes. I don't actually know where they stop at Carnforth. I don't know if they go right down to the end. I mean, I guess we can't see the signal here, so yeah, it's one of them. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. And hopefully, I'll see you all next time. Cheerio, everybody. Goodbye for now.